Philadelphia, Wells Fargo Center. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, channeling the spirit of our founding fathers, there's a future here in Philadelphia.
Well, after 4 years of tanking, they finally have generational talent. Look out for these guys. They're on the up and up.
As Sixers fans, it's been worth the wait, and we're ready to go. The wait is over in this one. The Indiana Pacers control the tip to start this one. Collison to Turner. Blocked by Embiid.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Collison. Victor Oladipo buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, when I sit down and I think about it, it really blows my mind at how far Depot has came over the past 3 seasons. That first stop in Orlando, I remember watching a kid who had crazy talent and at times showed glimpses of brilliance, but also was really inconsistent. But in OKC, though, something changed, and it had to be the influence of Russell Westbrook. When you're around a dude that plays with 110% every day of the week, that has to push you mentally to levels that you never experienced before. That was the first time in his NBA career that he played meaningful basketball. He played with a purpose. Now when I look at him, I see a refocus. I see the dedication to the game he loves. There's no doubt now that he is the leader of this franchise.
Collison to Young. Driving right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follows, still no good. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Nothing going here on that drive. The pass set it all up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Oladipo to Collison. Oladipo to Young. To Simmons. Redick. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. Redick has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish.
Oh, and a putback.
Now, while everybody was staring at the fly of the ball on the defensive end, he was busy carving out space, being active, getting that offensive rebound. That's his second offensive rebound in the first quarter.
Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down. Indiana with the basketball. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact of their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Collison into the front court. Down 2. Embiid says not this time. And they retain the possession. To Covington. Inside, he scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Collison to Oladipo. Down to Young. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Redick, not easy.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the 76ers.
To Oladipo.
Amir Johnson.
Short jumper misses.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Redick had made his first and a putback slam.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
It's Indiana basketball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This game is so mental. Trust me, some nights you give poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Oladipo. And it's rejected.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Wide open look won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Ben Simmons, tough make there. Not much more the defender could have done.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
That misses with 3 seconds left. And it's off the rim. Came so close to draining that one from 3/4 court. But that'll do it for this opening period. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. To Covington. And the finish at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Evans. Simmons with the denial.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
For three. Cleans it up. Offensive board. The follow won't go either. Redick with it. Lead is 12. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Deep left corner. Fires the three. He took the bait, and he hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Simmons brings the ball up court. Gets a look. Can't hit. Sizing up the defense. Oh, looks like everyone's getting into the action.
Aaron's always had to fight for it. He fought for it at UCLA going against Lonzo Ball and Bryce Alford. He'll have to fight for it again this year going against Darren Collison and Corey Joseph. But as long as he's fighting, he can develop the blueprint to understand how to win at this level. If he does that, we might have a star in our hands.
Joseph with it, trailing by 10. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropped.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Indiana.
And count them.
Aaron Holiday is the youngest brother of three. Justin and Drew, there had to be so many times where he just had to get in where he could fit in. And that has to play into the psyche of who Aaron is as a person and as a player. He had to go out and take what was his. Those intangibles give him a really good chance to be successful at this level.
Pacers with the possession. To Evans. Here comes the screen. That is great vision to set it up. Deep two there, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Embiid. A fundamental shot right there.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
To Oladipo. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. And scores.
4-2. The assist from number 21, Joel Embiid.
Evans. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not getting the bounce. To Covington. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Number 17, J.J. Redick. Entering the game for the Indiana Pacers.
Pacers control. Oladipo to Young. Surveys the floor. Turner to Oladipo. Down to Young. From the painted area, won't go down. To Redick. Lays it up and in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
No, I missed a short one there. To Covington. Fires the three. Well defended. Covington's a tough matchup.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Redick. Second effort. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers dominated this matchup from the opening tip, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points. asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers are a team that's playing unselfish basketball and reaping the benefits. Great chemistry from these guys in the opening half, and it bodes well for them moving forward. Simmons is doing the most sharing with his teammates.
Player of the half.
Simmons really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Ben Simmons with the rock to Covington. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended.
I missed it.
Oladipo. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Simmons. Off the mark. Into the front court comes Collison. He's got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Missed that one. The defender was all over him. Oladipo into the front court. He'll run the offense. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Inside, he scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
To Redick. 4-3. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Short jumper off the mark. To Covington. Trying to cash in. Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one.
When miracles happen, you accept it and you're thankful. But you don't expect it all the time.
Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers control it. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oladipo. It's good. coach wants to see more from his D.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Redick. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Young. Curling inside. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Closing out or contesting his shot is a really bad idea because now the offense knows they can extend you away from the basket, and that's away from your original position as being a help defender.
Redick. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Collison. Lets it fly from long range. Won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. Indiana with the basketball. Shot stopped by Embiid.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. False. It's rebounded by Indiana. Joseph with it. Down a bundle. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you know a guy's a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
First try, no good. Gets a second to go with one more to come. It's Indiana basketball. Blocked by Embiid. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. Oladipo into the front court. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. He was hacked. They let it go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Sixers have the basketball.
Pick up, back up.
Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Beyond the arc for three. Rebound belongs to Indiana. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. That ends the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Evans. The drive, right to the basket. Short jumper won't go down.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Pacers with the possession. Oladipo's shot no good. Probing the defense. For three. Good for three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fultz. It takes a lot to keep this young man under wraps. Markelle Fultz still scores.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
So Oladipo fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, short. It's denied by Embiid.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Oladipo. Young. Embiid says not this time.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Oladipo. From the painted area, won't go down.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
To Evans. Young. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Curling inside. Blocked away.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
It was gorgeous. I love the way he shows you the ball, then cradles it and lays the ball in as smooth as butter.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Fultz to Covington. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
McConnell. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Fires the three. Like the confidence. Tough shot there for McConnell. Evans to Turner. And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Philadelphia with the basketball. Markelle Fultz to Simmons. Here's a chance from long range. Missed it. Young. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Simmons. Has a look. Simmons with a shot. No good. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. That's off the side of the rim. Short. To Covington. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Evans to Oladipo. It's no good. Great defense.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers dominated this game from beginning to end. What really stood out for me is how many times they scored on second effort plays. It takes heart to keep up that kind of execution, and these guys were relentless. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Pacers seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Philadelphia 76ers looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid and his defensive impact was undeniable. The way he blocked shots reminded everyone just how great he is with his timing and energy. This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.